And today we talk about
Francis Bacon.
one of the weirdest experimental painters out there is Francis Bacon. And he's well known by people who love the weird artwork of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And if you're a younger person, I'm about to blow your mind with how crazy this guy's artwork is. Francis Bacon was a painter who didn't even start painting until his late 20s, which is to tell you that it's not too late to start. And he developed such a unique style, often making studies of crucifixions and popes. That's a pope. That's a pope right there. This is one of many of these studies. That's probably a cow carcass. And Francis Bacon is an Irish-born, London-loving, surrealist artist. And you can see, just like in this one, just like in the Pope that I just showed you, a lot of them are figures, but they're not quite right. There's always something a little bit off about them. Sometimes it has something to do with a disfigured face, or even a disfigured form, or even a form that's only just barely resembling something that is human. This uncanny valley, this use of color that is so plain yet also very detailed in describing its form, is so unique to Francis Bacon. In fact, most of the time that you will walk in and see Francis Bacon on some gallery wall, you won't even have to ask if it is, because you can just tell. He has such a unique style, similar to that of a Salvador Dali or a Picasso. It's really easy to just look and see. But Francis Bacon is much less known than either one of them, but is just as prolific, just as beautiful in his execution of bizarre surrealist artwork. But why is Francis Bacon just a little less known than some of these other really amazing artists that were around at similar times? Part of it was because what plagued Francis Bacon throughout his entire life was society's reaction to his sexuality, which is that he was a gay man. To make this even worse, those that he was very close with passed away. And it fueled an alcohol addiction and a gambling addiction, something that made it very, very difficult to live, let alone be a painter. Many of his works are even thought to be lost at this point, although some have resurfaced, such as the crucifixes that I've talked about. If you're at all interested in any kind of surrealist work, any kind of experimental work, something that's a little bit weird, maybe even a little bit creepy and a little bit off kilter, I highly recommend Francis Bacon, because although he's known in the art world fairly well, he's not very well known for some of the youth.